Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mason from Mason Works, and I'm very excited today to be here with Lynne Cockrum-Murphy, who is an author and a writer and an amazing intuitive. And I'd like to know a little bit about her and have you meet her so that you can know about the Tom Bird method. She's gone through it and she's a fan of his, so I'd like you to learn some more. So hi, Lynne, how are you?
Hi, Kathy. I'm good. Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, great. So, Lynn, tell us a little bit about your experience with first the free workshop, and then your book, your book
Okay.
being birthed.
Well, I met Tom a couple of years ago. I went to one of his evening workshops at a church and tried writing the way he recommends doing it with his prompts, and words just started flowing. I was writing hundreds of words every 10 minutes, like 500 words every 15 minutes, and the flow was amazing. And he and I really connected, and I was enthused to go and do his workshop, and I did that a year ago, so that would be 2014, November, and wrote the book. Came out in one day. The whole book just came out because I've been trying to do it for years on my own, and I couldn't. Tried all kinds of clever things and it wouldn't work. Got the whole first draft out in one day at Tom's workshop in Sedona, and then polished it, and it was published in September of last year, so 2015. So it is and I enjoy Tom and his work and his methods so much that my next book is coming out in August.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, I've written with him several times and love what he can create so that I can create.
So, what is the name of your book?
My book is Living Hope. I'll hold up a copy. Living Hope.
Perfect.
Steps to
Wonderful.
Leaving Suffering Behind.
Oh.
And one of the things that I do, I'm a healer and a spiritual teacher, and I've done that kind of work since my 20s. And I've been a school teacher and a college professor. But my work is really now, as I get to write, it's about growing spiritual growth, sharing that, teaching it, explaining it, understanding it, and putting it into books. So a couple things that I do is I do one-on-one work with clients. I'm a licensed substance abuse counselor also. So I combine my intuitive work, my counseling skills, and my healing skills together to work with clients. So that's the one-on-one work. People come in wanting to create change in their life, and we remove limiting beliefs. That's one of my favorite parts. They kind of lighten up and they get this emotional freedom and this empowerment and sense of possibility. And when they leave, it's like the problem that they came in about doesn't even exist.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's really.
I can feel that you are like that. I can really sense that you're very powerful.
Thank you.
Yes, wonderful. Well, can you tell us a little bit more about Tom? Because I'm hoping to get more of my list and my friends to these workshops that he's doing in Colorado. He's doing 6 free workshops that are 2.5 hours long, and I keep telling everyone that they just have to experience this field of energy that he creates. Could you talk about that a little bit for me?
Right, that's what I did with him that first time I met him, and I really felt called to be there. If I wanted to do that again, I might even go with, all right, you know what, I'd like to pour out 5 blogs tonight. I wonder if I could do that with Tom, and he'll give his prompts, and I'll just write. So that might be an opportunity. The other thing that I noticed is the last time I was at one of his workshops, on the last day, he doesn't work from notes and he doesn't have an agenda. But on the last day of the workshop, he had us gather together and be prepared to handwrite. And then he started putting out prompts and energy, and you could feel the energy of the room change and us being held in a sacred space. And from that, just words flowed and the energy rose, the vibrations really rose in the room. We were like a cohesiveness that he created. And I was so impressed because there was no, I don't know, there was no ceremony, there was no prayer, there was, there were no notes, but he created that for us and with us. And I've seen him do it multiple times. I've gone to 4 of his now.
Wow, that's so cool. Well, you're definitely a fan then. Well, I appreciate so much you helping explain and sharing this information with my friends, so that I'm just praying that they'll take the time to give themselves the gift of getting their story out. And would you say this story helps, getting your story out helps heal you and helps you transcend your story?
From what I've seen with the workshops that I've gone to, a great number of the people, that is the point. But my 3rd book that I'm now writing isn't my story at all. It is a story set in ancient times about men on a mystical journey. So it doesn't have to be your story. It doesn't have to be your own personal healing work. Some of that happened for me with my first book, with the Living Hope book. But I had worked on that healing for decades. And then that book was kind of a culmination of it. So that now when I talk about what's in the book, it doesn't bring up emotion. It doesn't choke me up. There's a lot of joy.
Oh,
So maybe it was the finishing of the healing so I could move to the joy part.
oh, I'm so glad. I mean, that's what I really sense, that this is such an upliftment for humanity, what he's doing, and all. Thank you so much, Lynn, for spending time with me today and sharing this information. Thank you, and I hope I get to meet you in person soon.
I hope so too. That would be really nice. I'm glad that Tom's going into Colorado. It's one of my favorite states.
Yes, it is. It's a wonderful place to be. Well, anyway, well, thank you, Lynn. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kathy. Bye.
Bye-bye.